Welcome to YVT on the Road, as we attend ZC Live, the biggest social media conference in the Southeast. Find out everything you need to know from the people who are there.
Hello and welcome back to ZC Live's video podcast studio. I am joined by Tim Akre from Just a Minute Media. That's new.
The newly
That's
constituted
exciting.
business, yes.
And it's kicked off brilliantly already. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's been a long time planning. It's something that I wanted to do, and then when the opportunities stare you in the face, you've just got to do it.
Take it and go.
Must do.
So tell us what Just a Minute Media is.
It's a complete communications consultancy. I did think of calling it Complete Communications, but there are several IT companies with the same name, and it didn't seem right. The principle behind Just a Minute is if you can't convey your message in under a minute in this day and age, you should try again. Communications need to be instant, immediate, and clear. What is complete communications? Well, with my experience in politics and the media, it's public affairs, so it's navigating the public policy, whether it's local authorities, central government, any decision-making process. And then I do PR, but it's very niche PR, so the principle is generating your own demand.
Okay.
So I ask everyone when I meet them, so what and why you?
So what? Who are you?
So what and why you?
Oh, okay.
I'll put my teeth back in later.
I was like, whoa.
It's the two things that businesses need to answer to stand out. And I have a model where I generate demand for businesses. So I've done it before. I've had 3 front-page news stories in my previous roles. I know how it works. And with my research background, I know what stones to look under to find the nuggets of information that are newsworthy. So there's that added value in the PR that I do. It's not broadcasting, it's news generation. And then I've got the public speaking and media training where everything now is through a camera.
Yeah.
Your video is your business card. And if you're not prepared, then your business will drift away. You need to be able to communicate on the camera, and when you do it by looking down at the camera, even if you're doing a LinkedIn post or something, maintaining that level of eye contact is extraordinarily difficult. That's part of what I'm talking about today. And some examples where it's gone absolutely wrong. And this will have gone out after I've done the talk, so I can give a bit of spoiler alert. But I've got a slide up there from my first ever down the line BBC interview.
I will be watching that one.
And it went well. Content-wise, I was terribly nervous. You know when your heart beats, so you can just feel it ricochet off your chest.
Like, can they hear that through the mic? Like, yeah.
But I'm doing everything wrong. I'm not leaning into the camera. I'm leaning back, and with all of that, you just have this look of surprise. Like that fellow on the BBC who just walked in and he wasn't meant to be on the camera. You just have this look of surprise, and the first bite is with the eyes. Only 7% of what we say is what we actually say. And your body language gives the tone of your content. And it's those things on camera which it picks up and magnifies, even the eye movements. I mean, there's one, I will say that there are some images that will horrify, but I've got one of them, Marty Feldman. Remember him from Young Frankenstein with the eyes?
Yes.
That just look
yeah, okay.
The number of videos I've seen of people where they're not focused on that green light, or they're doing it on the phone and they're looking, they're just doing it all wrong. Great business for your video team.
Oh, it's phenomenal. And we are very fortunate. We've actually partnered now and we work together as well. And we've seen you in action. And Ben said when he came out, he was like, oh my goodness. He was like, that was phenomenal. And he showed me the first video and the last video, and the transformation of your client was incredible. The relax, the empowerment, the ownership of himself through the lens that even I didn't know what he was talking about, but I was just like, don't turn it off, I just need to listen to this. And that moment, whereas the first time, because he wasn't confident, I lost interest in him. And all of that comes through, like you say, a lens, which isn't easy because it's such an inanimate object. We thrive off of body language from others, off of reaction from others. So being able to do that down the barrel of the gun without having any reciprocation is a very unnerving thing to learn, but will do your business so much help.
Well, that's very kind of you. It is, we do. I have one-day workshops where it is demonstrable, the effect and the improvement that people see because of the things I've learned over 15 years in front of the camera. And it's different. There are people that give advice who have been on the other side of the camera, but being in the chair, literally.
Yeah.
With Andrew Neil sitting where you are now and realising that the camera out there, that a good million people are watching it live.
It changes.
It changes everything. And there's a few methods I have to put people at ease. And when they see themselves change over the course of a day, they're getting something that lasts them a lifetime.
Yeah, and that's it. This isn't a one-day fix for one thing. This is a one-day building of tools that you utilise, because that will automatically, what I've learnt to do through the camera lens, I've now learnt in person as well, of how we sit, how I look at someone, how I communicate with them. All those things actually ends up rippling across the entirety of your business, of how you present as a whole, not just over the barrel of the lens.
Yeah, and the other bit is, because all the days are divided up in three, so we do the how to present an argument. And that's not picking a fight. No, it's how you present yourself. So what are you going to say, what your structure is, and more importantly, how you say it. And then distilling the argument. You have to. YouTube shorts and reels are now watched more than YouTube videos. Okay, you get long form podcasts and so on, but
it's the short form that feeds.
It's the short form. It is. They're valuable, but where we see the real improvement is the interview technique and the handling objections. And I don't try to break people, but stress testing a message is as important as your delivery of anything else. How you handle objections is so much more important in how you present something, because you have to think on your feet, you're responding, so your area of control is diminished. And ultimately, you need to be able to change the terms of debate from being on the back foot from receiving an objection to getting back in control.
It is very different. Like when I sit and interview, the whole purpose is that I know that there are certain key points I want to touch on. I want to know who you are, what you do. Obviously, we're here at ZC, so I want to know about your thoughts on ZC and what's brought you here. But I can listen to the conversation, to what you said, and then I tangent off. But like you say, as I can do that as the interviewer, as the interviewee, like when it comes to more so the political world, it's always bringing people back to, this is the point I want to make, this is where I want this conversation to go, and how you can do that without being obvious that you're doing that, but also in a case of being correct in the way you do that as well.
It's funny you say political world, because what I do now in business has nothing to do with politics. No. But learning the skills of political communication, so door knocking. I've seen grown men run from campaigning sessions when door knocking is involved. They just won't do it. But having the confidence to go up to a door, to knock on it, and to keep that door open. Most people don't want to hear from you, they don't want to see you, they don't want to speak to you. But being able to keep that door open is an incredible trick, which works well in business. And which is why, again, it goes back to what I was saying about you can just simply broadcast, or are you being relevant by making the weather? And that's where people will listen to you. And when you're generating your own news, you're stopping people scrolling, because you're producing something that people didn't know before.
No. Amazing. So talking along the lines of the key points I have to hit, what's brought you to ZC? How many years? You've been here as other entities, but you're now here as Just a Minute. What's brought you back as Just a Minute?
Zoe's wonderful. Zoe has built a community.
Yeah.
and is doing it absolutely perfectly. This is the biggest social media event in the Southeast. The variety of people here. I think I know a lot of people, and everybody, they say, I know everyone. There's a lot of new faces. And the way Zoe does it is she has her in-person events, she has her online academy. There's something there for everyone. Yeah. And to cap it all, she's a really decent, friendly, kind person.
Yeah.
And people invest in people. And I support the people that have that mission and have that willingness to help other people. And she's just brilliant and wonderful. And anyone watching this who's not here, you've missed out, but there will be one next year. So make sure you get onto it.
They've said there needs to be a party afterwards next year. I think if I keep saying it, then Zoe's going to have to listen to it, because they're all the shorts I'm going to put out.
This is the thing. There has to be. So, news. So you generate your own news.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's finding out things that didn't happen before. But then there's also making your own news. A 10-year anniversary is huge.
It's massive.
Absolutely huge. And I'll see what I can do to get some of the news outlets here and make it's news. Businesses, the failure rate for businesses is astonishing. I mean, how many is it? About 83% don't see their 5 years.
Year 5, yeah. They say you should celebrate your 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 7th. If you get past that,
so 10. This is huge, a huge success story. And then it's not just an event for people interested in social media or traditional media. It's people who are interested in business and the survival of business, because Zoe's got a fantastic narrative to share with the world. And how you run a successful business.
And she bridges such huge gaps as well. Like, there are solopreneurs here hearing from Canva and TikTok in a way that actually says, you're capable of doing this. Like, this is what our platform's for. Go and do it. And bridging that gap to go, come play with the big boys. Yeah. Like, those gaps, those things, she needs... But it's hard to celebrate when you're in it, isn't it? I think it's going to take all of us, it's going to take her community to say... No, 10 years is amazing.
Yeah, we are all our worst critics.
Yeah.
And I always say you need every bit of content you've done reviewed. If it's anything written, and verbal or visual, just get it reviewed, because you're your own worst critic.
Yeah.
You know, look at things and think, I shouldn't do that, or I just did a slight eye movement there, no, it's rubbish, go again. Therein lies the road to madness.
Yes.
But she has done a fantastic job building a community, and that's it. You can talk about audiences, you can talk about followers. I think followers is a terrible concept, because it creates this leader-follower binary, when if you're creating a business community, you are first among equals. And that's what Zoe's got. She is on the same level as her community. There isn't the leader-followers disparity. She is in the community, building it. And the variety of her offer. Having the online academy and keeping it going is proof of the loyalty she's generated and the success of her offer. Okay. So come next year.
Absolutely. Tim, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. I look forward to seeing your talk later.
So am I.
Thank you for watching Your Video Team on the Road. If you would like your video team to come to your event with their video podcast pop-up studio, get in touch with us at yourvideoteam.co.uk/pop-up.